All right, ladies and gentlemen, another episode, Master Moats film session, and this time we're talking about the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen and his performance on Tuesday night against the Tennessee Titans. Now, obviously, the game didn't go how Bills fans would have wanted it to go, but there still was some positives in the game, in particular with Josh Allen. So the play we're going to break down right here was his 22-yard touchdown pass that he threw to TJ Yeldon in the fourth quarter. So this is TJ out here out wide at number 1, and we'll break the play down afterwards. All righty. So first off, talking about the formation, it's an empty formation. Okay, so empty meaning nobody in the backfield. You got 3 receivers or 3 people, eligible receivers to the left side, 2 over here to Josh Allen's right, and they have TJ Yeldon, who's the running back, lined up at the number 1 receiver spot. Okay, now on the inside, they have Stephon Diggs lined up at number 3, and this is actually, it carries over to what we saw some of the other games around the league. Obviously, the Steelers game, we saw a play where Chase Claypool was lined up at the number 3 slot like this and was able to score a big touchdown in that game. So that was kind of what they were hunting here initially. But what the Titans did, man, from a defensive standpoint, they give you an 8-man drop, and an 8-man drop is this. As simple as it sounds, it's going to be 8 guys dropping into coverage. So that means one of these front 4 guys drop out. And you see right there, the D lineman did. So typically when you're doing an 8-man drop, and when you're in the red zone, you have a couple of options. You either want to max cover or you want to blitz or heat them up, right? Because you don't want to have that quarterback feeling too comfortable. But by heating them up, sometimes you can force an error. But at the same time, you also open yourself up for some negativity. But then if you go at an 8-man drop, you are going to allow the quarterback to have more time. But typically from a coverage standpoint, it's nothing going to be open because you have so many guys in coverage. I mean, you think you got 8 guys covering 5. So that's typically the thought process, especially when the field gets condensed like how it is in the red zone here. But what I was impressed with was this. Josh Allen's patience. Oh my goodness. Like at one point, he's literally standing flat-footed, not even moving because he knows he has that much time. Literally, just pause. Don't even move. He didn't move. And then from there, he's still going through his progressions. But the thing that I love is this. Right now in the back of the end zone, and shout out to TJ, man. We'll get into his route in a second. He does a good job staying alive, but as it stands right now, he's open, right? Wide open, nobody over here. You got 1, 2, 3 defenders around him. But then we're going to play it as the ball gets there. He's hit right there. This guy's here, that guy's there. But what that tells me is this, man. We all talk about Josh Allen's arm strength. We talk about how he's improved upon his accuracy. This particular throw right here shows all of that. It shows the growth that he's taken, the steps that he's taken to get him where he is right now. This is an absolute dagger of a throw. I mean, he has to show off the arm power because of the 3 defenders that are in very, very close proximity, but also pinpoint accuracy. If he's too far right or left, if he's too far to the left, that defender right there has a chance to get involved in this play. If he's too far to the right, this guy has a chance. If he doesn't have enough air on it, this guy can get involved in it. You talk about the touch, you talk about everything you want to talk about. This is what you want to see in terms of QBs making big time throws right there. But then when we look at just TJ's route, it was nothing crazy, just a vertical route, man. But he knows, okay, with the 8-man drop, hey, it's going to take a little bit longer for me to get involved. It's going to take a little bit longer potentially for Josh to see me. I mean, you see right now, his hand is up because this guy isn't dropping back with him because he doesn't need to. With the 8-man drop, you got extra defenders back here, right? So he understands, hands up, I'm trying to be seen. But then he stays active. He doesn't just sit in the corner. No, he becomes friendly. All right, how can I get involved? And then from there, great job catching the ball and taking the shot. Big time play in terms of cutting the lead. It was 28-16 at this point in the game. So you talk about a big time throw and catch, man. That was very much needed, man. But stay right from the end zone. Just look at how patient this is. Literally just stood still for a second and then absolute rocket of a throw right there, man. to me, it's throws like that are continuing to pop up on Josh's film that lets you know, man, this guy is continuing to take huge steps forward. And even though he had a quote unquote okay or average game, man, there's still a lot of good that was going on in that game for him from a throwing standpoint. And if you're a Bills fan, man, don't lose any sleep over him right now, man. He's going to be fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now here's the next play we're going to talk about in terms of Josh Allen's performance on Tuesday against the Titans. This is going to be the 16-yard pass that he connects with Andre Roberts in the first quarter. They end up scoring on this drive. I was impressed with this play, though, because this happened right after a touchdown got called back. So we'll look at it, and then we'll break it down. And this is Roberts right here at the bottom of the screen. All righty, here we go. So from a offense standpoint, Bills are playing a simple 2-by-2 look. Okay, it's 11 personnel in terms of one back, one tight end. Then from there, the rest, or excuse me, it's not 11 personnel. This is actually pretty much, it looks like a 4-by-1 set in terms of 4 of your receiving body types and then 1 running back. All right, but then on the back end, what the defense is playing, they show a 2-high look or a cover 4 look, and it morphs into a cover 3 post snap. So they do a good job with their pre-snap disguise, because typically in cover 4 you'll still have a 2-high safety look, but in cover 4 a lot of times the DBs will play off. Okay, so you see this cushion he's given, right? That right there, this look right here, those 3 initially will say, okay, well maybe it's 6. Let me look at this other DB on the backside. Now with him, if he was pressed up, you thinking more cover 6, because on the backside of cover 6 is cover 2. So you have 4 to the front side, 2 to the backside. 4 plus 2 is 6. You know, we can't count that good in football, baby. But with this DB hanging off, now you're thinking, okay, it could be cover 4. But the reason why we know it's cover 3 is this. Ball snap. This safety right here, he never gives ground. In fact, he stays there and starts to inch up. And then let's see what it looks like in 3, 2, 1. It's your basic cover 3. Country cover 3, as my old defensive coordinator George Edwards would say it up in Buffalo. 4 under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 deep, 1, 2, 3. Now they just got to it differently. That's it, but it's still the same cover 3. And the beauty of Josh Allen is this, man. He's starting to recognize these coverages and recognize how it's being morphed into certain things post snap. And that's why he's able to be so much more successful, because he's identifying the coverage early in the down. And then from there, he's able to identify where he wants to go with the ball a lot sooner. So when you see that, that's when you hear guys talk about the game starting to slow down for them. That's what's going on with Josh right now. So like I said, as this play starts out, man, starts out simple. Like I said, 2-high look, but as it starts to progress within the down, we see it go into a cover 3, right? Not to mention you got these curl flat guys buzzing out. That's always a telltale sign. But right here, the thing that I love is this. Andre Roberts, man, he identifies the coverage as well. And what does he do? Finds the soft spot. Okay, when we talk about soft spots in the zones, we talk about where you can sit down, where it's just natural holes. So it's a natural hole between the curl flat and the hook curl defender. There's a natural hole on both sides, right here and right here. There's a natural hole between the curl flat defender and your deep third defender. Now, this is usually a tough throw, but now for Josh, it works out because he's already feathering this side. When you hear people talk about arm strength, they talk about, can he be on one hash and throw the deep out on the opposite hash? Same throw, but this time he's on the near hash, and you really get to see his arm strength, because arm strength and accuracy are key on this throw. You have to put it high enough and outside enough so the curl flat defender can't get involved. Trust me, as a curl flat defender, I've had the interceptions on these type of plays right here where a guy doesn't have enough arm strength to make that throw. This guy, he steps in, he gets the pick. But you also can't put too much air under it, because you got that safety, or in this particular case, this is the corner right here. You got that deep third defender coming down on it. So you have to be perfect with this. Josh, though, he gives you perfect throw in terms of arm strength. Beautiful. And I don't know why that DB starts coming up to take that when it's 3rd and 15. You should play the sticks in terms of sitting back here. If he throws that, you come up there and tackle that. Don't jump that. But by him jumping that, it allows for this to happen. And great body control, number one, by Roberts. But number two, great hands catch, man. So right here, he knows, okay, I have to keep both my feet in bounds. Josh is going to put this ball pretty much on the sideline. I got to lean over here and catch it. And I got to hold on to it because I'm going to take a shot here. Roberts gives you all of that on this play. Look at this right here. When you slow it down, this defender is there. That ball is put where only Roberts can make this catch. Beautiful hands catch. And then nice way to leave it in there, man. In terms of leaving your feet in, let the rest of your body go numb from the waist down, which he does a great job of, and then just fall through, maintain possession. Beautiful throwing catch though, man. Beautiful throwing catch. And like I said, good job by Josh, number one, recognizing the coverage pre-snap to post-snap. And then beautiful fill in the pocket. Steps up, knows exactly where he wants to go, and an absolute dagger of a throw on the sideline. And I was really impressed with this catch by Roberts because early on in the game, he had a drop that ultimately resulted in a negative play for the Bills. So it was good to see him from a confident standpoint be able to rally back. But when you look right here from the end zone on the slow motion, throw on the run, beautiful. But that right there, that's picturesque right there. I mean, that's one of them ones if you're Roberts, you framing this, man, putting that by your bed, baby. Don't ask him about the rest of the game, but that particular throwing catch, man, that's beautiful right there. Beautiful. So even though the game didn't go the way, like I said, the Bills wanted it to go, and there were a lot of factors that played into that, overall though, man, Josh continues to put good stuff on tape. And once that team continues to get back healthy, man, I think they'll be just fine. But ultimately, man, I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. I know I did. And hopefully you enjoy this next game from the Bills too, man. So until next time, baby,